Uh, it was certainly a big change. I didn't have a high arm slot to begin with. Yeah, but not that low. It was certainly different. So really, it was Coach Babb's idea. Um, I didn't have a great freshman season. Didn't pitch well. Had a little bit of success early, but then that eventually faded out, and didn't really get much opportunity because of that. And so, it was his idea to drop down low, and I spent the summer pitching from down there, and really started to like it. Didn't really have an off-speed pitch because I just couldn't figure it out, honestly. And so I spent that whole summer and most of the next fall pitching with just a fastball, just a sinker. Um, and then, working with Coach Robe, with Coach Freeman, they eventually helped me, started to figure out some off speed pitches. And it's really made me better. Uh, not just as a pitcher, but just helped me to adjust to the game because it's something that I didn't have to do at a young age. At a young age, I could get up, just throw fastballs by people. So it made me a better player, uh, not just mechanically or for the stuff that I had, but it made me, learn to adjust and have in-game awareness.
Tell us about the relationship with you and the rest of the staff with BJ Ryan and how that's going so far.
It's fantastic. I didn't know BJ at all before this season. The only time I had ever talked to him before actually meeting him in person was just a brief phone call that we had where he called and just kind of introduced himself. This was after the passing of Robe, of course, and we just talked about baseball for a few minutes and just said we were ready to go. And then we got here, and man, it's been great. There's not a single player on the team, hitter or pitcher, that doesn't like him and respect him. He obviously knows the game. They don't pass out all-star selections in the big leagues, and he's got two of them. So it's great. We love him.
What does that add to just the competitive fire of the pitching staff as a whole?
Well, he brings that to the table for sure as a coach. He's a competitor. He's done it at the highest level possible for this game, and he demands it out of us every day. We have a meeting. The entire pitching staff meets in the bullpen every day before we get going, and he'll just commend us on that or tell us we need to get better on that, depending on yesterday's practice. And it's something that is not just coach, but it's expected from him. So it really takes us to the next level.
What's it going to be like, trying to convince a guy like that to stay on the mound a couple more pitches or a couple more batters?
I think he'll understand. Robe was kind of funny about that. It was hard to talk him into that, but like I said, BJ's been there. He's done that. He's done it at the highest level. So I think he'll understand. When you get in that state of mind, it's hard to really let go of that.
In addition to that, how are his approaches? How do they differ from ropes, and how are they similar to ropes, just in terms of tackling pitching?
Very similar. Robe was big on competing, and that's really all BJ's mindset is, and that's his philosophy. Robe's system was a lot more intricate. A lot of that went off of the hitter's body language in the previous pitch. We don't really get into a lot of that anymore. It's more of just getting up there, executing pitches, and then just competing.
Do you guys still carry Rope's book, or reference back to that, or do you have to, since there is change, do you have to put some of that out of your mind?
Certainly we do. And it's something that I think is good that we haven't harped on because it's allowed the guys who have been here for a while to talk to some of the younger guys, some of the new guys about it. Really allowed us to get in some great baseball conversation. And I'm not going to get into any of his philosophies or anything, but it's really just brought up some great conversation.
When people say that the hardest 3 outs in baseball are the last 3 outs, you have a guy that you said did at the highest level. Y'all don't really have an established closer. Is that going to be by committee, hot hand, or how is he going about establishing your roles?
I don't think it's going to matter, honestly. I mean, we've got 10 or 12 guys that can go out there and pitch against anyone, anytime. And I say that with full conviction. Since I've been here, we haven't had this much depth out of the bullpen. And I think it's going to be hard to establish a role just because we have so much depth. Um, so we're just going to have to stay ready, and whenever our name's called, go get the job done.
What do you think you guys are capable of as a team then?
I think we're capable of winning it all. And I've never said that since I've been here. This is my 4th season, and every year, people ask you before the season, how are y'all going to be? My answer has always been, I don't know. This year, I'm telling people, we're going to be great. I really and truly believe that. In the past, there's been some animosity between the hitters and the pitchers, just because, the pitchers will have success and the hitters won't, or the hitters will have success and the pitchers won't. So it kind of caused a divide. But this year, I mean, we're all close. I'm just as close to every hitter as I am every pitcher. And so I think that that's really going to take us to the next level. Just that chemistry is really going to make us special. I'll accredit a lot of that to Coach Deggs. Every competition that we've done, every practice, we've done things together, and we've kind of put the sweat in and the work in together. And so I think that that's just built respect. And his pack system, I think that it's very similar to Coach Belichick and the Patriots as far as knowing your role. And so I think that that's really allowed us to focus on what we need to do instead of focus on what everyone else is doing. And so I really, like I said, I credit a lot of that to him.
Got one more question for Caleb. How inspired are you guys and just motivated to try to win on opening day just in Coach Robe's memory?
Oh, we're inspired to win every game. I mean, certainly opening day is going to be a big one. It always is, but this year's it's a little bit different. It's his game, and this is his program. So, it's a big game, and we definitely owe it to him. But just like Brendan was saying, we owe the entire season to him. So, beyond just the season, we owe a lot to that man. I can say for me personally, he's had a lot of influence, positive influence on my life, inside of baseball and outside of baseball. So, we're excited to get out there on opening night.
In that same breath, how much do you want to win for Coach Deggs too this year? And just in, like you said, all of the different things that he's instilled and even the similarities between the two, how much do you want to win for him as well?
Just as much, just as much. I love Coach Deggs just as much as I love Coach Robe, and again, he's been a great influence in my life just in this short amount of time. And as similar as they are, with their coaching philosophies, they're a lot different in their own respective ways. And so it's great to get some variety. I wish we could have them both. Honestly, I really do. I think that would be really, really dangerous. But we want to win for Coach Deggs just as much.